Hello, everybody. Let's go ahead and get started with your love reading. All right, Spirit, please show me what energy is the divine masculine taking on. What do we got? That one landed face down on the floor. I will not accept. Spirit, please show me the divine masculine. What energy is the divine masculine taking on right now? So we've got rejoice in the moment. Embrace your loving connection and rejoice. Think of a special moment that brought you much joy with your partner. You know, I feel like your divine masculine is thinking about the good times that you guys had with one another. I feel like they're thinking about all the memories that you guys shared. I feel like they kind of like maybe replay them in their mind over and over again. You know, I feel like just the times that you guys, you know, held hands and they're really caught up in those moments right now. And I feel like they're reminiscing. I really get an energy of reminiscing. Spirit, please show me the divine feminine. How is she seeing, or what energy is she taking on? What energy is the divine feminine taking on? Woo! She got temptation and guilt in the reverse. So she doesn't care. She's like, yeah, that's sweet and all, but she doesn't even feel guilty for her choices. Okay? And the temptation, you know, that's actually a really weird, and look, you guys, I don't have reversals in my deck. Okay, so you can see there are no reversals. So the fact that these two cards showed up in the reverse, I'm going to go ahead and take them that way because that is exactly the way that they were meant to come out. So in the upright, temptation says, think carefully about the situation. Okay, and she has, and she's not willing to accept any type of temptation right now. She's not accepting offers from anyone else. She's not even really taking any offers from her divine masculine at this time. And being that guilty or guilt in the upright, she doesn't feel guilty for it. In the upright, she would feel guilty. In the reverse, she doesn't feel guilty. Don't let guilt get in the way of happiness. She's like, I'm not. I'm going to go out and be happy regardless. Ooh, damn, divine feminine. You are like literally, whoever this is that I'm tapped into, this divine feminine, you have been pretty fucking solid in your energy for like a while now. I've been getting like this solid stand your ground. I don't really care. Whatever the outcome is going to be is what the outcome is going to be. Bottom of the deck, we've got dreams. And it says, share your dreams together and encourage each other to make them a reality. I feel like they could be dreaming about one another. But at the same time, you know, this divine feminine has dreams regardless. And I believe I got this in a reading not that long ago where the divine feminine was like, sweetie, I can take it or leave it. My dreams are going to come true regardless of whatever it is that you're doing. But I feel like the masculine over here, you know, because he's thinking about all the times that you guys shared with one another and reminiscing, and almost like he's standing in the divine feminine energy and she's standing in that divine masculine energy. And it's like, you know, it's really just kind of up in the air. You know, once they let that balloon go, it's just like it's up in the air right now, okay, on what's going to happen between these two. So let's go ahead and look in. I want to use this deck. Okay. So, wow. Actually, no, I kind of want to use this deck. All right. So let me shuffle this a couple of times. All right, Spirit. So what energy or how is the divine masculine looking at okay, we got toxic. It says constant drama, codependent behavior, not good for you. So I don't know if this divine masculine has toxic people that are attached to him, or he has addictions, or he has like, you know, he could be, you know, it could be workaholic. It can be, you know, and just like toxic friends, toxic work environment, toxic something. There is something toxic that is connected to this divine masculine. And the toxicity could also be some type, because it's always, you know, it's over here rejoicing in the moment. Maybe the toxicity too is this person is obsessed. Okay? Walking away bottom of the deck, being done, relationship ending, learning lessons. I feel like whatever this relationship was, it could have very well, turned out to be very toxic. Fighting, argument. And it doesn't mean like toxic blowouts and, toxic can just be like, listen, we're not having, like, the bad times are outweighing the good times, having the same conversation over and over and over again where, one person isn't listening, right? And it just keeps ending up in the same, like, argument over and over and over again. I posted something on my Facebook page the other day. It was something about, you're upset because she keeps bringing up the same issues, but imagine her having those same issues that she has to bring them up. You know what I'm saying? So that could also be the toxicity. All right, so show me how the divine masculine is seeing the divine feminine. Show me how okay. He sees her as making healthy choices as to walking away. I feel like this divine masculine knows why she walked away and knows that she's choosing herself. Knows that it's because of the toxicity that she's making healthier choices to walk away from anything toxic. And I feel like he's starting to see that, especially because on her side, she's not putting up with any temptations or guilt. She's literally like standing her ground and standing very tall at that. And look, she's over here like making healthy choices. That's a lot different than toxic behavior or toxicity. Or maybe, she's quitting her addictions or she's breaking unhealthy cycles, because this could also be like an unhealthy cycle. It's not always about drugs and alcohol, it's ways of thinking, being, believing, seeing, could be toxic. Oh, I can't get married because my ex did this shit to me. That's fucking toxic behavior. Like bullshit. So you give them the power, to hold over you. That motherfucker's already moved on. Like they don't give a shit what you do, but you're still over here. Woe is me. I can't ever get married again because my wife left me and, took my dog and my truck. Rewind it, you get your shit back. But at the same time, do you even want it back? Like, fuck. Like, so don't let that, be the end all in your relationship. So working on the relationship, office romance, being a workaholic. What did I say? What did I say? Workaholic. I said that with toxic. And, I feel like the masculine could see that, she's got a good work-life balance, and that could also be something like thinking back, like, shit, she's got a good work-life balance because she's over here smiling, right? She's over here like, haha, like, I've got this fucking mapped out. I've got it figured out. And, she's also like working on herself. So for some of you, you could be hitting the gym. I get that. For someone here just got dental work done, I am getting that as well. You got your teeth cleaned or something, someone here. That's random, I know. But I just feel like, and for some of you, you could have met this person at work. You could have worked with this person. Does not necessarily mean that, not everybody, but for others of you, this is you guys really working on the relationship. The feminine, he sees her as she has really cleaned up her act. Okay, so let's look at how the feminine is seeing the divine masculine then. How is the divine feminine seeing the divine masculine? Heart in knots, unsure about your partner, emotionally confused, mixed signals. Yeah, I think in the past, her heart was in knots. Her heart was in knots, okay? Heart in knots. She didn't know what to do. She didn't know, should I hold on to this? Is this something I should do, but it's not making me feel very good? I have dreams that are important to me and how I want my future to go. And as much as I like this person, the heart in knots is in the same position as on the masculine side, toxic. Okay. It was almost like he would purposely keep her heart in knots. You know what it is? What I see on this side? It was like he gave her just enough to have those little tiny memories to keep her hanging on. But then when she wanted to see him to make more memories, And she would like tempt him, like reach out and be like, hey, you want to go get an ice cream with me? There would be a turn down. Not necessarily an ice cream, dinner, you know, or hey, you want to go to the movies with me? And it would put her heart in knots, you know, and everybody's going to have their own situation. So put it where it fits. That not everybody's going to have that situation. Okay. So feminine to the masculine. Yeah. Compromise. So she would compromise her own happiness, and that would put her heart in knots. She doesn't feel guilty for not compromising anymore, though. You know, settling disputes, coming to an agreement, getting counseling. How does the divine feminine see the divine masculine? Heartstrings, playing with emotions, being manipulative, crying for attention. You know, she sees the masculine is always trying to pull at her heartstrings. You know, giving her a guilt trip. You know, giving her guilt trips. Oh, because of you, you know, or, you know, I have all these things, and because you're not here anymore, and, you know, and like, she doesn't want to hear it. She doesn't feel guilty for making healthier choices. So whatever it is the masculine is seeing is exactly what the feminine is doing. And she's standing strong in that. You know, and any temptation that he tries to put out there, like, you know, if it's not of substance, she's like, no, you know, it's a bunch of hot air. Look at the balloon. It's just a bunch of hot air. Future plans, making plans, envisioning your future, taking steps towards your goals. That's what the feminine is doing right now. This is about planning for her future, you know. Well, that's funny. I mentioned Shasta daisies yesterday, and they showed up on this card. That is so funny. Yeah, and oh my God, look at what the key says. Dream. What's the overall energy? There's the key. Look at that. Isn't that funny? Dream. Dreams. Huh. Interesting. Share your dreams. Encourage them to make a reality. I feel like what is happening is the masculine over here now wants to work on the relationship. Now he wants to work on the relationship, and she's not going to be sure. So I feel like, you know, the masculine, well, in the position of the healthy choices is compromise on her side. Coming to an agreement, getting counseling. You know, they could come in and ask if you want to do like some type of couples therapy for some of you. Huh. Okay. So let's get some advice, Spirit. What advice do you have for the divine masculine? What advice do you have for this divine masculine to come into union with his divine feminine? What advice do you have, Spirit? What advice do you have? Ooh, what do we got? Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Talk about commitment. Commit. Commit to growing old together. That's what this card talks about. Engagement. This is about ascension. You know, if you're not willing to ascend and keep moving forward, and you keep trying to hold yourself back and hold the other party back, it's not going to ascend. You have to let go of the reins and make sure that the wheels are constantly turning, not you holding on to the reins and saying, okay, you know, like, I've got control over this, because that's toxic. It needs to, you know, float like this balloon. It needs to be, you know, constantly ascending. Look at how it's being held down. You got to put the, you know, let it go. You know, let it go. Let it fly. What advice do you have for the divine masculine? Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So, you know, that's the thing. You can't use your old toxic ways with this, you know, divine feminine over here. Your old ways aren't going to make any, you know, headway with this divine feminine. And she's not going to feel guilty for leaving you behind because she's different. She wants ascension. She wants to move forward. All right. What do we got? Yeah, new love. A new person has stirred your romantic feelings. So, yeah. He wants to, you know, start over with the new love, you know, because it sits right underneath the working. He wants to, or for some of you, this is a new love. You know, it's going to be different for everyone. Get a personal reading. Let's look at the feminine, you know. I feel like the masculine wants to do the work on himself. And I feel like he wants to come in and tell her that he's been doing the work on himself, working through his toxic traits, working on making healthier choices for himself, working on, for some of you, his work-life balance so that he can fit you in. And then wants to start over. He realizes that you're something different. Like, he's not going to get away with any of his toxic traits from the past and how he's treated people in the past. And again, it's almost like he's haunted by the memory of the relationship between the two of you. All right, show me the feminine. What advice do we have for the feminine, for the masculine? Trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. And I think, you know, when she was unsure, because I feel like she still is unsure about this other party, this divine masculine. And again, flip the roles if that's what it does, because this is fluid. So, you know, you'll know if it's your story or not. And if it's not, then come back at a later date and I'll have something for you. And if you guys have made it this far, could you please like this video so far? It does help me get into the algorithm and I do appreciate it. Okay, anyway, so trust, you know, I feel like, you know, she is, because we have guilt and we have temptation. And I feel like, you know, the feminine, she trusts that whatever future plans that she is making, they're coming together regardless. She does have faith. That's the cool part about the feminine over here. What else? What other advice for the feminine? Yeah, let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. Like, Jesus, take the wheel. Whatever's supposed to happen is going to happen regardless. So the feminine is like in this trust and surrender, and I'm not going to control it. Whatever happens, happens. I know that my dreams are about ready to come true. So, you know, if it's with you, great. And if it's not with you, great. Either way, it's great. And I trust the universe, right? So, and one more for the divine feminine. Show me one more for the divine feminine. What do we got here? Yeah, separation, time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So, you know, at the heartstrings, yeah, you know what? I keep seeing this one, healing family issues. Your love benefits as you forgive your parents. You know, it does, because if this is something that has been going on for, you know, many lifetimes, I feel like then, you know, it is a trigger from childhood for some of you. For others of you, this is like, can you forgive one another? You know, how bad is it? Can the two of you guys recover from this and start over? But let's get one more on the separation. We've got flirt, unrequited love, and getting to know each other. I feel like the feminine is going to stay in separation for a while. And I see her just being in like this lighthearted energy, like she's just kind of like doing her own thing. It's almost like she's not ready for a relationship right now. She's kind of really enjoying what she's got going on. And I think that it's going to take a whole lot of really, truly getting to know each other again for those of you who will welcome this person back in. Maybe they do come in and tug at your heartstrings and, you know, tell you what you want to hear. Make sure it's not just words, and make sure that they have something that's, you know, they're backing it with. Okay. And really get to know this person again, because it's going to go different for each one of you. You know, this person, you know, for some of you, what I'm getting is this person just comes in and pulls at your heartstrings, because all they're doing is like sending you like a, hey, hi, good morning, beautiful. But then you don't hear from them again. Or they come in and they like something on your social media. I see them hearting something on your social media. And you're like, oh, he liked my post. But what else is he doing? You know, just letting you know that they're in the background. Okay? I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm not really doing anything, but I'm still here. That's like, you know, and she's not going to compromise herself. She's already had her heart in knots. She's not, like, she's okay with staying in separation. So I almost get that. And it's almost like because of the little tiny, you know, I clarify separation with flirt, unrequited love, and getting to know each other. Like what she's seeing, she's not really turned on by. She's not really turned on. She's like, oh, and she's not reciprocating. I don't see her reciprocating. I almost see her as like, oh. And he acts like he's coming in giving her like this grand gesture. And the little girl here is like, really, dude? Even I know better than that, right? It's silly, but it's like a way to just kind of tug at her heartstrings. And I don't know, but she, you know, feminine over here is making future plans. She's got dreams. She's got aspirations. That's what she's doing right now. And that's all there is to it. So let's see what this divine masculine wants to say. Actually, these messages could go either way. It could be something you said to them or something they said to you. No one makes me feel the way you do. I am so scared of change. These could be things. I almost get that on the masculine side. Like, I do feel like he does see that you are different, divine feminine. Spirit, please show me, what does the divine masculine want to say? I can't get you out of my head. Yeah, I told you that's the toxicity over here. You're very intimidating. Yeah, because you're acting in your masculine, divine feminine. You are very intimidating. But look at this. I'm making a plan to come back to you. So they are making a plan over here. They do want to come back in. I just don't know if the divine feminine is going to... if the divine feminine is going to be willing to open up and compromise and let him, you know, keep her heart on a string right now. You know, it's after being tied in knots, she's kind of like, I don't know. I feel like her heart is torn in two. You know, do I do this? I almost feel like the divine feminine kind of had us a foot in and a foot out, but more a foot out with the separation. I do feel like she does, you know, do whatever you want. That does not mean that, you know, you can't, because you do have free will to go back in if you so choose, you know, but everything has to be different, and you can't go back based off of guilt or what you think you should do. You do it because that's what you feel called to do. I've never felt a love like this before. Yeah. And then again, there's that trust me. And on her side, we've got trust. So I feel like he wants you to trust him, divine feminine. And what do the angels have to say about this? What do we got? Passion. A magnetic and seductive quality surrounds you at present. Enjoy it. So I think you guys are definitely remembering the more passionate times. And then at the bottom of the deck, we've got healing. Imagine yourself and your beloved surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment, okay? So definitely when it comes to healing one another, and it says, a message for you. I am thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you, okay? All right, you guys, that's what I have for you. I want to thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe if you've made it this far. I really do appreciate it. I love you guys also very much. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram under the Footsteps to Peace. And I will chat with you again soon. Thank you to everyone who has donated to my channel.